Coming up, we've got an interview with the creative team behind the new book, Profit. Welcome back, Zappers. I'm Devin Curry with Shazap.com, your online source for comic book news and reviews. On this edition of Shazap, we've got the distinct pleasure of having with us Dan Corey and Anthony Diecidue, the creative team behind the new book, Profit. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Sure thing. Tell me, what was your favorite part about making this title?
Well, for me, it was a huge learning experience. It's the first really long-term project I've done in comics, so it's really been fun, just like taking the whole story, and it's like I think someone said it's like creating comics is like a haiku. You gotta like take a whole story and like figure out all the puzzle pieces and get it to work just right. And yeah, it's just been really fun dissecting the whole thing and putting it together.
Yeah, for me, I had written other media such as screenplays and a novel and such, but with this, just the most satisfying experience was just getting the pages back from him and just seeing everything realized, in almost a cinematic vision, and
right.
Imagining the moments in my head and then just seeing them realized, and then seeing his take on them. It became clear really quickly that it was going to be a good collaboration, a good collaborative process working with him. So that's the most satisfying part for me, is just getting the pages back. I'm like a little kid sitting around waiting on him, calling him up. Anthony, got more pages yet?
See how your vision comes out onto
filtering through him. The two of us work really well together. So I'm really happy with the way it comes out.
All right, is this the first time you guys have worked together?
Well, we did another project together. First, we did a film trailer.
I did the storyboard artwork, and then Dan animated it.
Yeah, I have the rights to a horror novel by Ken Yulo called Manhattan Heat, and I have the screenplay, and I've been pitching that. And I wanted to put together a trailer, so I wrote a script, and he did the pictures. I animated it, edited it together, and did some music, and I've been shopping that around. So that was the first thing we did. That went so well. I said, hey, I have a script for Profit.
Again.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's how that came together.
All right, and who's gonna like the Profit?
Well, we were actually just talking about this, and the new Stephen King book, Dark
The
Tower.
Long Road Home. Yes,
Yeah.
It's been amazing. I've been talking about that on
one of my favorite
Shazap.
books right now.
Yeah.
I think people that are into that will be into this. It's not quite as fantasy-based as Dark Tower. It's a little more real-world based, but that dark, kind of mature, literary kind of themed story where it's a kid might be able to pick it up, but they won't appreciate it the way an adult might, or and then it's far from adult themed necessarily. There's no sex, definitely there's violence, but I mean there's a little bit of sex and then there's violence, but there's no swearing or anything. But it's definitely
the depth of the story.
Yeah, the depth and the maturity of the story that Dan told is like awesome. So it's something that people with a more mature mindset will definitely want to pick up.
Great. And real quick, tell us where people can find Profit.
Well, you can get it through our website. You go to dangercat.com. That's all one word, DANGERKATT.com. You can link to the Comics Press online store and buy it through there. We're also in several area stores. In Sherman Oaks, we're in Earth 2 Comic Smash. We're in House of Secrets in Burbank. We're at Meltdown Comics. Golden Apple, we're at Heidi Ho Comics in Santa Monica. We're all over the place. So,
all right.
Yeah.
And if your comic shop doesn't get it, tell them to go get it.
Calling all cable stations. You want your MTV. You want your Profit. Right.
Well, thanks for coming in, guys. I'm Devin Curry with Daniel Corey and Anthony Diecidue from the book Profit. Thanks for tuning in to Shazap.com, and we'll see you next time.